Hey guys, Stephen Cult of Mac here, and you've asked for it, so I'm going to give it a go. iSetups is now going to go live each and every Friday. So this week we've got 3 great setups from Dale Kurt Murray, Ricardo Ortiz, and Richard Lopez. So let's get started. First up is a submission from Dale Kurt Murray, and he's got his lighting game on point. Talking of lights, they're courtesy of the Philips Hue bloom bulbs, which you can just see either side, as well as a Hue light strip. His main computer is a mid-2012 13-inch MacBook Pro, which has 16GB of RAM. He's upgraded the standard storage with 2 512GB Samsung SSDs. Richard is a cloud solutions architect, so his setup is designed entirely for productivity purposes. He's got a pair of LG 25UM57 monitors, which are hooked up to a Matrox dual head-to-go multi-display adapter, so he can add 2 monitors to his MacBook. I love how these almost look like they're floating thanks to the use of his Mon-mount dual monitor stand, so there's only that single leg keeping them up. He's using the Vortex Poker keyboard with custom white LEDs and the Logitech MX mouse. As you can see from these wide shots of his setup, his cables are almost completely out of sight, as he's used the IKEA Signum cable management trays to hide a majority of the wires, and some Velcro and 3M tape to stick them all down and carefully tuck them away. I'm personally awful at cable management, so using the add-on trays and tape is an idea I'm going to steal for both of my setups. For his speakers, he's using the Audio Engine A2 speakers, along with the Audio Engine D1 digital to analog converter. Dale has also gone for a custom built standing desk, which he got built locally to himself. In addition to his beast of a MacBook, Dale has also got a 64GB iPhone 6 and iPad mini, as he likes to spend most of his time working or relaxing rather than chasing the latest handheld releases. Stunning setup though, Dale. I'm definitely going to be stealing your cable management secrets. Next up is Ricardo Ortiz, with a super clean white and black setup. Front and centre is a 2013 21.5-inch iMac, which has a 2.9GHz i5 processor with 8GB of RAM for his picture and video editing. And it's also raised up on the 12 self high-rise stand. I love raising monitors up, as it always personally helps with my posture so I'm not crouching over into the screen, and it also gives you a little more space underneath to store hard drives. Either side of his iMac you'll see the ever popular Harman Kardon Soundsticks 2. I never realised just how popular they were until we started doing this show, but they always look great and they match Ricardo's minimalist setup. Further out towards the edges of the desk, he's got 2 HP 22ES monitors, which he's got mounted in portrait mode for web browsing, controlling his music and emails, and of course watching his favourite YouTube videos. He's using the Magic Trackpad 2 and wireless keyboard, which seems to be docked into some sort of charger. Let me know in the comments, Ricardo, exactly what it is. And behind the monitor there's a 4TB external lightning drive for extra storage. It's all sitting on the IKEA Linmon desk, along with an Alex add-on unit, which is a great choice. I think IKEA is one of the best places for desks, as there's a huge range and you can always construct your own from separate countertops and legs. At the top left of the picture we can just see a pair of Beats 2 headphones blending into the white wall, which is mounted up top, which is super nice. Constantly saving all that desk space for working and not dotting headphones and hard drives about. Ricardo's setup has got to be one of the cleanest to date that's been submitted to the show. I love how he's kept the white, silver and black theme throughout, even with the Apple boxes up top, and especially the matching shelf and notice board in aluminium, or if you're watching in the States, aluminum. I'm bound to still get comments. But overall, great setup with the theme. I'm loving the black and white Star Wars wallpapers that have a bit of a pop of colour, very appropriate for the moment. And even though it's a relatively small desk, he's maximised all of the space and it looks awesome. Great work, Ricardo. Last but not least is from Richard Lopez, who's also gone for a super clean look. His workhorse is a 2015 13-inch Retina MacBook Pro with a 256GB SSD and 8GB of RAM, which you can just about see in the centre of the IKEA Alex add-on unit, and it's sitting in a landing zone dock, which is kind of like the Henge dock I reviewed the other week. Click here if you want to check that out, only this one sits flat. For his monitors of choice, he's gone with 2 27-inch 1080p Asus MX 279H monitors for consuming all of his Plex media library and playing his PlayStation 4 and Xbox One through. Plus, he can quickly switch between them thanks to the HDMI switcher mounted underneath the desk. Like Ricardo, he too is using the Apple Magic Trackpad 2 and Apple keyboard, along with my personal favourite speakers, the Bose Companion 2 Series 2. I personally use the Series 3, and I don't think there are another set of speakers that are better bang for buck, which by the way are currently $99 on Amazon. Anyway, back to Ricardo's setup. Lighting up the wall are some Philips Hue light strips which are stuck onto the table and monitors to add to the ambience and highlight all of the cool tech. Also on the desk we can see his first gen 42mm Apple Watch sitting in a Nomad Apple Watch charger, as well as his jet black iPhone 7 Plus. Richard says he's most proud of how clean and minimal his setup looks, and I couldn't agree more. Again, clever use of space mounting the HDMI switcher and what appears to be some extra USB ports under the desk, and I also love the symmetry he's got going on, even down to the games consoles on either side. Awesome setup, Richard. All 3 of this week's submissions are putting my cable management skills to shame. I'm definitely going to have to sort that out now. Well, that is it for this video. Thanks to everybody who submitted their iSetup. If you'd like to submit yours, all the details are in the description down below. Also, let me know in the comments section which of these 3 setups was your favourite. And don't forget to hit like if you enjoyed this video, and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a single video from Cult of Mac. I'll catch you in the next one.